Welcome back to the laboratory. It's Chef Mark today with 4 tools from the kitchen that you might not know that you need. Let's check out what the pros are using and see if it's right for your home.
Go.
The first tool is a spider. And the spider comes in really handy in commercial restaurants when we're deep frying. This is the item that we use to scoop out an errant chicken wing or chicken tender, to scoop out debris that might float to the top. But I find they come in really handy when I'm trying to get boiled potatoes out of water or strain a small amount of pasta, particularly penne. It has a million uses in the kitchen. Once you have a spider, you're going to be using it all the time. The only problem is they can be relatively large and hard to store. This is a standard size spider. They come in smaller sizes, so if you can find one at the restaurant supply store, they're only a couple bucks. Pick one up and see if it's right for your kitchen.
Go.
Number 2, the gigantic whisk. And what do we need a whisk this big for? Well, I'll tell you, if you're making whipped cream at home or if you're stirring a vinaigrette, having a larger whisk sometimes is more convenient. You have a bigger handle to hold. You're getting more work done every time you go back and forth with your whisk. Plus, they're just kind of fun to have kicking around. This looks bigger than life in a non-commercial kitchen. But I'll tell you what, in a pro kitchen, this is considered a medium whisk. If you don't have a huge whisk, pick one up when you're at the restaurant supply store, give it a shot. What do we have next? It's the China cap. There's 2 different kinds of cone-shaped strainers. We have the China cap and the chinois, which is much finer. And this is great as a replacement for a colander. You can drain pasta through it, you can strain sauces. Let's say you're making a sauce that has a lot of mirepoix and you need to get that out of there for that nice, smooth restaurant style sauce. This is the tool for the job. You can also, if you're straining, let's say tomato sauce and you want to get the skins and seeds out, you can use the back of a ladle, push all the sauce out, but you end up with the debris left inside of this. Again, it's a little tricky to store, but you see where I'm going with this? Everything we've talked about's got a handle, so you can hook this stuff. So if you have a style of kitchen where you have a pot rack, these things not only are visually interesting to look at, but very functional as well. And last, we have the sizzle pan. Sizzle pan, they're either pewter or aluminum. You can see it's very thick. These are relatively heavy, and sizzle pans come in very handy in a restaurant. We pick them up with tongs and we'll take a steak or a piece of fish, go directly under the broiler with these. You can put some oil on it and take a rare steak and again stick it under the broiler, get a quick temp on it. They're great for nachos, they're fun to eat off of. They're fantastic in pizza ovens. You can set them on the grill and saute some onions. They have 1,000,001 uses, and the best part about them is they stack really nice. So here I have 4 sizzle pans and they take up almost no more room than a good old-fashioned dinner plate. I love a sizzle pan. Every professional restaurant I've ever worked in has a big fat stack of sizzle pans. They get used hundreds of times a week, so they're very durable as well. Check out the sizzle pan. They are relatively expensive compared to some of the other toys that we looked at today, but I think it's worth it. If you haven't been to a local restaurant supply store and checked out some of the tools that the pros use, get over there, buy a few toys, and give them a shot. See if it's going to make your life in the home kitchen easier. As always, thanks for joining me in the laboratory. This is Chef Mark. Have you subscribed yet? No? Go ahead, click that button. I'll wait. Thank you. We'll see you next time.